Hi, I'm Sonali Bendre.
Hi, I'm Shriya Pilgaonkar.
You're watching us on IndianExpress.com and we
And
are talking about
our show, The Broken News, which releases on Z5.
Sonali, you're making your comeback.
Yeah.
How excited are you? Because we are very excited.
I'm very, very excited because I took a break from fiction after my son was born and I was like, I need to spend some time with him.
2013 was the last movie. Once Upon a Time in Mumbai, Dobara.
No, but that was because, look, Shobhanti, it was her, this thing, it's a family friendship, goes back 50 years, literally. So when she asked me to do it, it was a one-day job. I wouldn't even call it like a thing. It was just done for the relationship. But I would say that I have been ready to come back to fiction for a little while, but I was not liking what I was getting. And in that sense, I would say that, not an easy thing to say, but somewhere I felt I was trapped in a certain image. And I think I had evolved from there. And I needed to do the work that had grown with me. Because I was not that person who was doing that. And I wanted to move from there. Not taking away from what that was. That's what made me what I am. But I needed more. And it's not easy to to break into that, I think. And then there was the illness, then there was COVID. So by the time all this happened and the various scripts I was listening to, here was this little nugget which was very, very interesting. So when BBC sent this to me and I saw the original, I thought there was immense potential here. They had not started writing it as yet. They're just beginning to adapt it at that point of time. I said, look guys, I like the premise. I like what the show is saying and the way it is crafted. Now, come back to me with how you adapt it and what it. So then it took a certain amount of time, and we all thought, like I said, okay, maybe they've moved on or whatever. And then I get a call again one day that we are ready we want you to, we are ready for you to hear it. And then I heard what they had done with it, and more so by then, our director, Mr. Vinay Vaikul, was also involved with it. And the way he was open to to collaboration, to discussing it, and I liked the way he was thinking. The way the writer and him, the way they had adapted it. They were speaking about everything that was happening, but it was not judgmental. And there was humor in it. There was drama in it, and it was just so human and so relatable that I was like, okay, this is good. I'm on board with this.
Shriya, when you call yourself lucky to do this show, I also think OTT has given you that, recognition for your work.
Yes.
Because films apne ki, but do you think OTT is giving you better opportunity now? Because your last show was also a hit.
Yes. To be very honest, for me, I'm so grateful that a show like Guilty Minds made me feel seen as an actor, because I got that material. And I'm also aware that it is not every time that you might get something like that. But yet, then for me, I don't look at any work as big or small. Then even if I have something that might not be really out there or headlining, I know that today you can still make an impact in that space. So fortunately, yes, after Mirzapur, the momentum of my career changed, and I still have been very particular about the kind of work I do, because I don't see my career as a 10-year career. I see it as a 60, 70-year career, God willing. So I don't have that approach as an actor that this is my shelf life. So I don't make decisions out of fear. And today, because of the OTT space, you have writers, like she said, in fact, when we see so many women also writing in that creative process, headlining projects, you also automatically have the scale of the different kinds of women we are seeing is changing. Therefore, the kind of paths are changing. So, yeah, I think the point is just to keep doing good work, because the result is not in your hands.
Correct. Yeah. Both of you as actors, and especially because you're female actors, and someone who's always in the media eye, there are expectations that you have to look a certain way, you have to behave a certain way. Does that put pressure on you guys?
Yes and no. there are days when it does feel like, do I have to do it and why do I have to do it? But these are the things that when you look back or when you take a pause and you say, how much is enough? And so this is what I'm saying, that, you know, it's a call that not just we as actors, but journalists have to, editors have to, anybody in any profession, they have to take how much is enough and where is my boundary. So I needed to take that seat back and understand where my boundary was. And I feel that I found a place where I'm comfortable. I enjoy certain aspects of the thing, like today, I'm happy I'm dressed up and I'm looking a certain way or whatever. It was fun to do that. But then there are days when I'm not ready for it, and you know, if you have a problem with that, now I did not ask you to click that picture, so it's your problem. And is that going to take away and reduce me from what I'm doing? I hope not. And I hope the audience will understand that also. And kind of coming to terms with that, and I think also what I went through with my illness has helped me with that. Because it's so fragile. The looks are going to be here and they're definitely going to be gone tomorrow. So I can't base my entire, what do you say, confidence or self-confidence on something that is so fragile.
As a person, I don't feel any kind of pressure to be a certain way, but I do feel that as an actor, there's always some pressure to make sure that you're not stereotyped. For example, in the last 2-3 things that I have done, I've played certain kinds of parts. I know immediately now that consciously the next 2-3 things that I want to do light-hearted. I want to do something, say, in a rom-com space. I want to do something where I can be a little more glam. Why? Because I need to express my versatility constantly. Because I feel people can be quick to stereotype you and box you. You know, that's what I feel. So
and very difficult to get out of the box.
It is difficult to get out of the box.
My challenge was.
So hence, I am just aware of this. Therefore, I also knew that the kind of things that I'm doing now is going to be a little different. Of course, not at the cost of the script or anything like that.
Sonali, of course, I know you don't want to talk about cancer, but that phase that you went through, how do you think it was covered? Because at times, if I'm not well, for example, I don't want to come out. I don't want people to, you know, talk about it, share pictures online and all. But with you, that had happened. Did that affect you?
But I think the pictures that were shared were the ones that I had put out myself. So I can't blame them for sharing them. I had put it on a public platform. I have an open account. It's not a private account. So no, I cannot complain about it. The story I shared on my on social media. And I wanted to be the first one to put it out so that the words were mine.
It was a smart move. Yeah.
I just needed it to be out there so that there was no confusion about what was going on. There were no Chinese whispers about it. There was no gossip or speculation about it. And hence I put that out. I had thought that once I put it out, this is it. I will, you know, go through what it has to be. But the response we got for that story was so, yeah. And when I mean by that, I don't mean by the outpouring of love, which was amazing, but also a lot of people who have been through similar situations and the stories that they were sharing and how they have hidden it from their family members and how lonely it is. And I was like, you know, right now what I'm going through, and I can barely get through with it because look at the support system I had. My family was with me, my friends had flown down, my child was with me. I said, just imagine if this is what I was going through and this is the way I was looking, lying in that bed alone. I said, my God, how shockingly sad is this? And that's when it was a conscious decision that, you know what, I will time to time put things out and I will share my journey. And I did not want to share it in that, oh, I'm going through this horrible, I mean, I do have videos and pictures of the worst moments also, but I never put that out because I was very clear that I didn't want sympathy. I wanted it to be, I wanted positivity out of it. I wanted it to be, yes, it's going to be hard. It has its bad moments. Let's talk about it, but we don't have to wallow in it. And I think that's how we took it through. So when I put out pictures of my bald head, it was when I was starting to feel the nervousness, I'm not going to step out right now. And I said, what am I afraid of? So here it is, let's put the picture out. And it was more for myself because it was like, okay, here it is, the fear is out. पूरी दुनिया को दिखा दिया, अब क्या डरना, step out. Yeah, and so that was it was just me dealing with my process, and whatever pictures were out there were the pictures that I had put out, so no complaints at all.